All right, so here we are, everybody, with Alex from Tropical Acres, and this is his M4 mango tree. And the reason why it's M4 is, tell us why it doesn't have a name.
So this was from Gary Zill's breeding program. It was a Keitt seedling, presumably a hybrid of the Keitt mango and the Gary mango. And so in Gary's experimental planting, where he planted these seedlings that he was keeping track of, he labeled them by the row and the seat that they happened to fall under. So this one was row M, tree 4. So M4. It never got a proper name, still hasn't to this day as far as I know. Although it deserves to have a name, this is quite an exceptional mango. In my opinion, one of the best that came out of Gary's breeding project. So amongst the newer varieties that have come out in the last decade or so, this one is near the top in terms of its eating quality. So this mango, even though it is a Keitt seedling, does not taste like Keitt. It is very much a coconut flavored mango. It got most of its flavor from the Gary mango, presumably. It's pollinating parent. And it's very late season. So actually I haven't picked any of these yet. Today is the 4th of July. So these still probably need a few more weeks before any of them start to ripen, I think. I haven't found a ripe one yet, but they're getting close, and sometime later this month I will imagine I'll have picked a few, and then their season will run into August. Some years this mango can make it into September, so it is very much a true late season mango. It's not like a late mid-season mango or something like that. But anyway, it doesn't get a lot of color. It usually will stay kind of green when you grow it inland. Towards the coast we get some that will turn yellow, like a dull yellow color, but it doesn't usually get much red or pink blush. So the flesh itself is also kind of light colored. So if you slice this mango open, it's got a light yellow flesh. Parts of it can look almost translucent, but it's exceptionally rich and sweet. And when people try it, a lot of times they're just blown away by it. So, pretty productive tree. The M4s have been enthusiastic bloomers for us. So originally, Gary kind of thought that maybe his was an alternate bearer. It is an older seedling, and some years it would make an enormous quantity of fruit and then wouldn't flower very well the next year because the fruit would hold on very late. But in our experience with the younger trees, this has not been the case. They've been consistent producers and usually set fruit pretty well. So it's not a shy bearer by any means. It's not one of these trees that flowers, makes lots of bloom, but you don't end up with a lot of fruit from. You can see it's a decent sized mango too. They probably average around a pound, which is pretty good. A few more of them here. So this tree I planted in 2018 as a 3-gallon. It has kind of what we call an open canopy with a spreading growth habit. It's a little similar to that of its parent, the Keitt, but probably not as vigorous as Keitt. And so far it's been manageable. We have a number of these growing at the farm in West Palm Beach, including a couple top-worked trees, trees that used to be something else that we grafted M4 onto. We were so impressed with M4 that we decided to plant quite a few of them. So the big concern I've had with this mango has been that it's got a parent that is very prone to bacterial black spot, the Keitt. So we've found that this mango can get bacterial black spot to a certain extent, but it hasn't been so bad that it's wiped out the crop from it. So far it's been only moderately susceptible at worst. So it's encouraging what we've seen thus far as disease resistance goes, because it's not that prone to anthracnose and it hasn't had too many issues with powdery mildew. So this could be a mango that people could grow in both ideal growing circumstances and perhaps maybe more marginal ones like in the interior, but they'll have to try it out, because I didn't ever grow this when I was growing out in Loxahatchee. But certainly I think this is one that people could try out in a humid area and see how it does. It might do okay, so because it hasn't been so bad with anthracnose. So, but anyway, really, really great coconut flavor with a little bit of citrus notes to it. It's very comparable to the sugarloaf mango, which has also become extremely popular in recent years. So they're really close in flavor. But this occurs later than the sugarloaf. So it gives you like a coconut flavored mango into the late part of the season when there's less and less mangoes that are available at that point in time that are ripening. M4 is as good as any mango that occurs at any point during the season, so it's kind of nice in the middle or late in August to be enjoying like an elite class mango when your options historically might have been things like Keitt and Palmer and you know, stuff like that, Neelam. So like this is like a mark above those. So,
Yes, and how much does it taste like a coconut cream since it's a coconut flavor, or is it completely different?
it's definitely different from coconut cream. I think M4 is a much better mango than coconut cream, and I like coconut cream, but this is like a step above that from what I've experienced. More intense, definitely more noticeable coconut flavor than you find in coconut cream. Coconut cream is more inconsistent in my experience, so some years coconut cream tastes awesome, and then other years, like this year, it hasn't been that impressive. So this mango, pretty much year after year, has been very, very good.
Sure. And in Gary's program, how far apart did he keep the spacing? Did he mark
They were
it?
pretty close. I don't remember exactly how many feet he told me, but they were very close. But he removed so many of the trees that in the long run it didn't matter so much. So he removed quite a few trees at a young age, and so it wasn't like they were all overcrowded and overgrowing one another for a long period of time.
I know you said one of the parents of this is Gary, most likely. So what are the parents of Gary?
Gary is speculated to be a hybrid of Pettigrew and Keitt. That's that's what Gary Zill speculated that it was, and I think that's probably accurate. So this mango most likely contains genes from quite a few different lines. You know, it falls down the Keitt line, which descends from Brooks, which descends from what we know as Totapuri or Sandershaw. So that would be like its great-grandparent, one of them. But then it also has genes from the Gary, which has genes from Keitt and Pettigrew. And Pettigrew itself might have genes from Mulgoba and something else. So very complicated lineage here.
Sure.
But it's resulted in a pretty exceptional mango.
Wonderful. And everybody, you can get this mango during the season. You can get the tree at any time when he has them available, and the budwood when available at his website. I'll put the link below.
Yeah, we will have M4 budwood available during the month of August, most likely. And we will be producing more M4 trees. We did graft some more this last spring, so we'll have some more trees ready later this year for those who want to pre-order M4 trees, because they are kind of scarce. They're kind of hard to find at the moment because there's kind of a shortage of mango trees in Florida at this time, but we're doing our best to make more of them, and I think this is a mango that deserves to be tried out some more in more backyards and on more farms probably. So I think it's a great alternative to the other late season mangoes from what we've witnessed so far.
Would you say this is in your top 10?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I say that without any hesitation. This is one of the best new mangoes and one of my favorite mangoes in general. Absolutely a top 10 quality mango. Where exactly does it fall in the ranking? Harder to say, but if somebody wants to call it a top 5 mango, I certainly wouldn't disagree with them. It's up there with mangoes like Sugarloaf and Sweet Tart and Sessi Love and stuff like that. It's elite.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. Check it out. This is the mango, and go try some at Alex's farm, Tropical Acres Farms. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul.